I think we're crooked again.
We're more than crooked.
We're listing.
Oh my gosh, are we ever?
Yeah, that's too bad. I can't. Is that any better? Or is it still crooked? I don't think I did anything.
Okay, let's try this again.
Sunsets like a tangerine. Let's find a road we've never seen. Life is short, make it sweet.
Oh boy.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning!
Good morning,
Cheers!
Love you.
Love you.
Love you guys too.
Holy moly. Thanksgiving week.
Unbelievable. Poof! Here it is. Boom! There it is. Are you going to start off?
Oh, what?
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, first of all, we want to extend our prayers and thoughts to Mike of Mike and MJ's RV Adventures.
Yeah.
Mike is ill. He is in a hospital in Phoenix, Arizona. So please, please send them your thoughts and prayers. And we want to offer our condolences to Oma and Opa. They lost their little Lucy, one of their cute little dogs. And so those families are having a rough time right now, so please keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Thank you. They're dear friends of ours.
Yes,
all
they
of them.
are. All of them.
So anyhow, last weekend, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday, we were hanging with our grandson, Alex, and that was a lot of fun.
That was a blast.
I know you posted on our Tom and Lori RV Live Facebook page some pictures of me playing basketball with Alex.
A little one-on-one basketball, and I played tackle basketball.
Yeah. I don't know if you posted that picture or not, but we might have to do that. Yeah, it was kind of funny. Alex was giggling so hard he could not shoot the basket.
He couldn't even stand up.
He couldn't stand up, so Grandpa was tickling him and everything, and we called it tackle basketball. But we had a fun time with that. On Sunday, even though they came home in the evening, I still spent the night kind of hang out with them. And then I had planned to hang out with them all day Sunday, and then I had a memorial service to go to with a friend from work. And
where you used to work?
Where I used to work, yeah. Where I used to work. I worked there for 10 years and made a lot of good, close friends. And one of my friends, actually her husband and I grew up in the same neighborhood, went to school together, and ended up working together at IGT. And I played softball with them and volleyball with them. And so April, she ended up getting brain cancer. So I had that to do. However, when I was calling to talk to him and check on him, no answer. No text response, no answer to phone calls. Jolene tried calling him, nothing, no answer. So we're all thinking, okay, he fell off the roof, he fell off the ladder, he's fallen in, he can't get up.
How many hours did it go?
It was like a couple hours that there was no response. And so everybody was getting worried. I said, okay, I just need to go home and check. So I come home, he comes walking around, what are you doing here? And I'm like, where's your phone? If that had been me not answering my phone, oh my gosh, World War X would have erupted.
Okay, what really happened, the rest of the story.
His side of
At
the story.
6 a.m., I was awake laying in bed with the dog and the cat. She sends me a text. I just happen to have my phone in my hand. Now, when I go to sleep at night, I turn everything off. I don't leave it turned up, the vibration, everything is silent, completely silent. So I had my phone in my hand and I went, oh, a text, blah, 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 good morning, love you, blah, 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 all that good husband-wifey stuff. You know? So then I didn't think anything about it because I had already texted her and I never touched the buttons on the side of the phone to turn it back on completely with buzzes and dings and dongs and all the bells and whistles. And I stuck it in my pocket. And that's where it stayed because I was busy doing things, checking seals, doing this, doing that, taking the dog for a nice long walk, coming back. A couple hours later, here she comes driving up, all flustered and angry and
wasn't angry. I was really relieved that you were okay. And so I said, "Come here." So I took a selfie picture with him, and I sent it to my daughter, and I said, "He's fine."
And
boy.
I start looking at messages on my phone, and I'm scrolling through, and I see Jolene's like, "Dude, answer your phone."
Yes, the Burnett family was very upset. Very upset. You know, I kept thinking he had fallen because I knew he'd been checking seals and stuff, and that he had gotten up on the roof. That's a no-no when I'm not home. Yeah, well, he was fine.
I was very careful.
So I ended up going back into town. But that's okay. Then Monday, we had the adventure, the wheel adventure, and that video's coming up on Wednesday.
Wednesday, we've got a What Up Wednesday video coming up, and the whole thing is basically how to really not change a tire is what it boils down to. Even though we've had wheel problems and everything else. Yeah, how many tires have you changed in your life? Probably more than me.
Probably, I'm sure.
I've probably changed 3, 4 tires in my entire life.
Done more than that.
This was a comedy of errors.
Oh my gosh.
From the word go until we finished.
Because when he's doing stuff like that, I just kind of stay back, and I'm there in case he needs me, so I just kind of watch. Wait till you see it. You got to see it.
It's so crazy.
So we're not going to say any more about them. What happened.
So crazy.
Y'all
What
just
Up
need to-
Wednesday coming up Wednesday. It's all about wheels and tires and stupidity and
All right, that's enough.
how ignorant I am.
What would Tom do?
What? WWTD. What would Tom do?
Don't do it.
Don't do it that
the
way.
Tom way. Anyway, you'll see that. Then on Tuesday, I got laundry done, and I did some work, and you did some work, and you went around and checked seals again.
I'm so paranoid after the water damage, the water intrusions that we had after the big rainstorm several weeks ago. It's like every day I'm out checking seals and looking. And
Yeah, yesterday we had like a little drizzle,
Yeah.
a little bit of rain, and so we hear like water dripping outside of his window, and he's like, "I'm going out to check."
I'm going out to
He's
check.
like, "Feel the floor, feel all around the slides and everything," and it was fine. It was just dripping on the outside.
It's dripping on the little gutters. You know, most people have gutters, those little plastic gutters that overhang. Well, ours wasn't really overhanging. One side's actually missing a gutter. It's broken off. It's always been that way. This side has a gutter, but it wasn't tilted the right way. So when I resealed, I tilted it the right way. Now you hear the water coming off the gutter and it hitting the ground, and I'm like, I hear water.
Yep. So that was about the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I kind of worked on some card stuff, and we watched some movies. Just kind of nice, not having to go anywhere for a few days, not having major things to do or get done. Like I said, I did a little bit of work both couple of days, and I worked on some card stuff, just getting some elements ready for cards. And we watched a couple movies. Well, on Thursday, we had like, oh my God, that's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back. One of them we stopped beforehand.
Guess who picked the movie?
He picked those movies. So then yesterday, he's like, okay, you pick the movies, because I picked yesterday and they sucked. So one of them it wasn't horrible. It was the 7500,
Yeah.
which it had
It's
Joseph
on
Gordon-Levitt in it.
Amazon.
It's on Amazon. It has him in it. He's the main character. And it's all from a cockpit of an airplane. And it's a real airplane, so it's a real cockpit, which is very small. It's dark. And
Don't waste your time.
He did some very, very, very good acting in it. It's not fast moving by any means. It wasn't as horrible as the first one we tried watching.
Oh my gosh.
It had like no plot, horrible dialogue, and we like, okay. And it was dubbed.
It was overdubbed. I cannot stand watching movies that are overdubbed.
He can't stand it because it's like it's out of sync. And that drives him crazy whenever we watch something, and you know, when you're streaming and sometimes it slows down and the the sound doesn't match up with the picture.
It's kind of like watching the Tom and Lori RV Life channel. Drives me
Yeah,
nuts
that's
because it's
what
out of sync.
That's just how we are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness. So, I couldn't even tell you what the other movie was called, the one that we stopped watching. But then yesterday we watched a couple of Christmas movies. They're out now. A couple of Hallmark ones, I think. The first one, Mr. Miracle. No, that's what we ended up. Did we watch that
Mr.
one?
Miracle's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It had Rob Morrow in it from when he was up in Alaska. What was that show?
North to Alaska.
No,
Northern Lights.
Northern Limits?
Northern Experience.
Northern Exposure.
Northern Exposure.
knew we'd get it. So it's like if you keep verbalizing it, it's like, okay, it's coming. That's where John Corbett got his big start there. So anyways, he was in it, and that was kind of cute. And then we watched a couple more that were very good. There was, what was the last one? What made us both cry? Oh, Christmas for Heroes, right?
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. Yes.
It was kind of a sappy Christmas movie, but it was a good, touching, heartwarming movie.
Yeah, and I love those movies when there's really no bad guy. There was no bad guy, no bad things that happened.
Yeah.
There was just a little disappointment in it, but that everything, worked out okay. And it's one of those towns, those places that you like, why can't that really exist? And we were like, Bozeman is as close as we've ever came to a Hallmark town that we've lived in, or even visited probably. Even though it's gotten way too big, but it still had that kind of close, small town feeling with a main street that they have all kinds of events on. I mean, lots of Main Street events where they close it down and there's just all kinds of stuff. And you get to know a lot of the people. And especially you were in radio there, so that put us out in the public a lot too. So we got to meet a lot of great people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been our week. Not real
exciting.
No, we
Not
had
a lot
enough
going
excitement on Monday. So
with the tire and the wheel.
yeah. So we are obviously still here in Reno. Sadly, the gas prices are just kind of keeping us put. I mean, we're happy to be here, to be with family for Thanksgiving. However, we're usually with family in California for Thanksgiving. And it's been our tradition to be with Ashley and her family for our Thanksmas. And I'm going to start crying if I talk about it, so no more.
We'll be back.
I know, but...
that's the thing. And we don't know how much longer we're going to be here. I keep watching, we keep talking about it, but I keep watching the weather every day, another day out, as far as like 7 to 10 days out. And pretty much next week is, I think, going to be the turning point. We're going to make it to Thanksgiving, but we're going to have to blow and go right after that because temps are going to drop into the 20s, and snow is supposed to be coming in, at least in the higher elevations, and it's just going to start getting cold here. It's that time of year, come early December. Reno area gets down into the single digits and the teens a lot of times in December, and we just can't sit here through that. We're not equipped for it. No, not at all. I don't want to take a chance of freezing up.
So probably next Wednesday we'll actually get things packed up, and that way if we have to leave
we'll be ready to go.
On Friday, we'll be ready to go.
We'll be ready to go.
How do you like our Christmas tree? I got it at Walmart.
Hey Dave, we've got our own cactus.
Yes, we do. This is our Christmas tree. I saw it at Walmart in the Christmas aisles, but it was like set off to the side by itself in a place where it probably, didn't belong. And I walked by it and I went and did a little bit more shopping and I went, I really want that. I'm going to go back and get it. And I did, and it was still there, and I was like, yay, it's perfect for us. So we got rid of some furniture in here, and what we used to put our Christmas tree on is gone. So we probably can put it on top of Bear's Kennel where we have our other plants, but I don't know. I'm kind of afraid because she bumps into it a lot, and
Yeah.
you trip over the door a lot, and I'm just afraid that the tree's going to topple down. So we might just put our little one there. We have two of them. One we usually put here, and one we put there. One's a taller one, tabletop pencil trees. So we'll see. But for now, this is our Christmas tree.
It works.
Yeah.
Works for us.
It's festive for us.
There
We'll
you
put
go.
some snowflakes around, Dave hates coming in here because he's got that no snowflake rule.
He walks in, we've got snowflakes hanging all around.
I actually gave them one last year for Christmas, a snowflake for their tree.
Oh my gosh.
So you have some stuff to announce.
Okay, we are Boondockers Welcome affiliate. There's a link below if you'd like to join Boondockers Welcome. We encourage you to use our link to do that. We get a little tiny trivial amount of money from Boondockers Welcome. Harvest Hosts purchased Boondockers Welcome, so it is all the same company, but it's two different divisions basically. However, if you click through, we also have a Harvest Host link below. We can actually have you join Harvest Hosts and not Boondockers Welcome, even though we are not a Harvest Host member. We are a Harvest Host affiliate. So click through starting on November 22nd. That's a couple more days, and you get 20% off their list price to join for a year if you use our link below. That starts on the 22nd through the end of the year. They're calling it their Black Friday specials. So check that out. Also check out bonfire.com. We've got all kinds of shirts. We've got sweatshirts. We've got hoodies. We've got face masks, if you're into that. We have, what do you call it? Not ball caps.
Beanies.
Beanies. We've got
ski
beanies.
caps.
I don't know. Something like that. But we got all kinds of t-shirts. We've got football jerseys, baseball jerseys, men's and women's cut t-shirts. So both of them are there. You can have your pick. And there's a whole slew of it. Bonfire.com/Tom and Lori RV Life. That's our merch store. Go check it out.
And then Techno
RV's got a big Black Friday sale going. We actually got our own Christmas presents from Techno RV this year. We got a Vi-Air air compressor. We
Something that's been on our list
for years.
Since we've started.
Since 2015, we've wanted to buy one of these things. We actually been putting money aside all these years, and I finally pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Garmin that we got through Techno RV, because we've always wanted a Garmin. We use Google Maps, but to have a RV specific map through the Garmin is something that we've always wanted, and we finally pulled the trigger on that too. We just kind of been shoving money aside all these years, and we've got it.
Yeah, just kind of like an equipment fund, It's
Yeah.
like things that are necessary. And even though we put that money aside for that, Tom is very much a frugal shopper, so he waits, and it's a good thing. So he waits until there's like a what he thinks is a really, really good deal, and so we finally were able to get those things.
Check that out.
Those are kind of necessities, I think.
Check out Techno RV. Eric and Tammy do a great job with that business, and
Their support. So you order something, they send you a link with a bunch of videos and instructions on how to use it. It's not like, oh, here you go, good luck trying to figure out how to use it.
yeah.
So they're very detail oriented and
Yeah, the Garmin
So
that we
it's-
purchased through them has a video series of, like, what did I say, 12 or 18 or even more than that, different videos of
Yep.
every step through the Garmin.
Yep.
So
How to program it in for your RV,
Yeah.
how to, find places, how to do this, how to do that. And it's like there's each video is specific for it.
check it out. Links below. Click through that link if you're going to go to Techno RV's website. We appreciate it if you do.
And once again, please keep Mike and
Mike
MJ
and MJ.
and Oma and Opa all in your thoughts and prayers.
Mike, we're thinking about you.
Yep, get better.
Get
quick.
better. We want to see you.
Yes, we do. All right, everybody, have a great week. We love you. Did you do the like and subscribe?
Yep.
Thumbs
Like and
up,
subscribe.
all that good stuff.
Click the subscribe button, ring the bell, get notified every time we put up a brand new video, which is every Saturday, and then our What Up Wednesdays are pretty much back now on Wednesdays.
See ya.
Life is short.
can't.
Well, let's scrap the whole thing.